Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. For tonight's video, I am going to just do something very simple. I do really enjoy the simple videos, and I will be doing some hair brushing using 3 different brushes. That will hopefully help you to relax and unwind and give you a really good night's sleep. I'm also going to do a little hair play, just like this, running my fingers through the hair whilst making contact with the scalp. These types of sounds I find ever so relaxing, really enjoyable. It's feeling a little cooler here today. It is rather cloudy, and I have been able to have my blinds up for the first time in like 2 weeks, just to help stop the sun heat my room up. And you know what, it has helped. So I've got the blinds up today just to help give some natural light into my room and for this video. I am filming in the morning. I think it is around maybe 11:15. It's not often I film so early on, but I wanted to make the most of the day, and there's no workmen around me from what I can hear, just the birds singing and the odd bit of traffic. brush I'm going to be using is my pearlescent unicorn brush. I really like the sounds this brush makes. This week off from work. I don't go back to work till next Wednesday, which I'm so happy about. I'm going to use this week to catch up on TV shows, maybe go out for some walks, and of course lots of filming for you and my patrons. On Monday, I went to Alton Towers with a friend, and for those who don't know, Alton Towers is, I think, the biggest theme park in the United Kingdom. It's a really good park actually. It's plenty of rides that I enjoy. I am a thrill seeker. I do love my theme parks. So I managed to persuade my friend to go with me, as she has never been before, so I was very excited for her. So I actually woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and I picked her up about just a little after 6 o'clock in the morning, and it takes me around 3 hours to get there if traffic is good. And whenever I do a road trip somewhere, depending what time it is, I do like a McDonald's at the services. So we stopped off for a McDonald's breakfast, and we also treat ourselves to a Costa coffee. I always go for the salted caramel frappe with a shot of coffee. I really love iced coffees, and Costa's iced frappes are amazing, especially salted caramel one. I think think she went for a coffee and cream iced frappe. Anyway, so after our breakfast, we travelled further down, and then we got to Alton Towers for, I think it's 10:10. So I'm one of these people where I always like to be punctual. I always like to turn up early, get a good car park space. I like to be like the first one in the queue kind of thing, especially because, you know, it's 3 hours down the motorway. I don't want to be last in line, put it that way. So we got there and it was packed, absolutely packed. See, I had this idea that we would go on Monday. It's not in school holiday, so I didn't think it would be too bad. But I was so wrong. It was absolutely packed. There was loads of coach trips with school children on. It was just packed. Anyway, we managed to get into the grounds quite quickly actually, because I pre-booked the tickets online, so you just have to scan your QR code. So getting in was not a problem. So we walked towards our first ride, which was the Wicker Man. Wicker Man is a wooden roller coaster, and it's relatively new, I'd say, maybe 2 to 3 years old. It's not too old. But as soon as we got there, we had to queue an hour straight away. 60 minutes it said on the waiting time. So we thought, we'll just queue, it's our first ride, we'll do it. All the other rides will be the same. So we managed to queue and we got on the ride and we both loved it. First ride of the day, and yeah, it was so much fun. We were just like laughing all the way through it and screaming our heads off. It's just so much fun, it's so funny. Anyway, we then decided to go to the Nemesis Subterra ride. Now this ride has been shut for years. I have been to Alton Towers about 7 times over the years, and every time I've been, this ride has been closed. I'm not sure why, it just has. There's 2 Nemesis rides. There's the roller coaster ride, but the Subterra ride is a ride that goes underground, and that's the one I wanted to go on because it opened up for the first time in like years this year. So we went down to it, we queued, very much excited because I've been wanting to go on this ride for so long. I don't even know what it's about. I made sure not to research it. But we got in the queue, probably queued about 15 minutes, and then over the speaker the woman said that the ride had closed. And we were fuming. We were like, oh my word, you're joking, are you serious? So anyway, we decided to wait 15 minutes just in case the ride did open up again. But then by that time it was about 12 o'clock. So we decided we'll just go get some lunch. So we went over to the roller coaster restaurant, and this restaurant is really nice actually. The food's great. It's a bit pricey, but you know, when you go to theme parks you kind of expect that. So anyway, the roller coaster restaurant, basically your food comes down on tracks. There's a little window hatch at the top of the room, and there's a few tracks coming out from the window, and your food comes down in like pots on wheels, and you can see them coming down the tracks, and there's even a loop-de-loop. It's quite funny seeing seeing your food do a loop-de-loop. And so it's a cool restaurant. It's something I've never seen before. It is worth going to say that you've been, so that's where we went for lunch. After lunch, we decided to check out another roller coaster, Galactica, but there was a really long queue for that as well. It was about an hour long, but out of all the thrill rides there, Galactica is my least favourite, so we decided to go to another roller coaster called 13, which is a roller coaster which I really enjoy. By the time we got there, it had closed. That one was shut. So I decided to download the Alton Towers app because I thought I'm not wasting my time walking around the park to rides which are shut. So I downloaded the app, which gave you all the wait times of all the rides, and it tells you if any of the rides are closed, and it was pretty much up to date. It was quite good actually. So 13 had closed. Rita, I think, which is another roller coaster next to 13, I think had also closed. So 3 rides had closed practically in the space of 3 hours. So we headed down to Oblivion. We got there and the queues were so long they closed the ride. We were absolutely fuming. Anyway, the Smiler ride was open, but because so many rides had closed due to maintenance or for whatever reason, everybody was heading towards the Smiler ride, and by the time we jumped in the queue there was an hour and a half wait, 90 minutes wait time. We just thought, you know what, we'll queue. 2.5 hours later, we were still queuing. We were just so worn out and drained and tired out. The excitement kind of disappeared from our bodies. We just felt so drained, just standing on our feet for 2.5 hours. Anyway, as we got nearer and nearer, I think we must have been about 10 minutes away before we actually boarded the ride. My tummy starts playing up. I got these like twinges where I knew if I didn't go to the toilet soon, an accident was going to happen. And I thought, oh no, what do I do? Because I couldn't turn back on myself, because it probably would have taken me a good half an hour just to go back through the queue. Because the queue was so long, it was absolutely ridiculous. So I held on and I held on. I tried to do breathing techniques to see if they would help my twinges disappear, but nothing helped. So by the time we got near to actually jumping on the ride, I said to my friend, I said, look, I cannot get on this ride. if I get on this ride, there's going to be an accident. So I asked a member of staff if I could just exit the ride, and I managed to get off it, and I ran to the nearest toilet, and I only just made it in time, put it that way. So yeah, I'm not going to go into the gory details, but yeah, there's no way I would have made that ride. Anyway, I eventually met up with my friend afterwards, and we had a couple of fast passes for a ride we tried to get on before, but it was shut. 13. So we legged it. We got to 13 and we didn't have to queue. We didn't have to queue at all. We just got on the ride so quickly, and yeah, we were so happy to be able to get on this ride. After the ride, we decided just to go home. We were both so tired, drained. We just felt so tired and worn out. So, got to the car and we drove back home. So, considering we got there just after 10 and we left at 5:30, I only managed to get on 2 rides in all that time, and my friend managed to get on 3. It hasn't put me off going again. I just think we were so unlucky. But next time I would definitely buy fast passes for the rides I want to go on. For the sake of paying that extra, I think it just makes things a lot easier for you, and you get your money's worth in the end because you managed to get on everything you wanted at least once. So yeah, what a day. 7 hours, 2 rides, 6 hours travelling. I had belly cramps, queued for 2.5 hours, and still couldn't get on the ride I wanted to go on. But I'm actually going to York on Saturday. Many of you have contacted me to let me know that there is a Loungefly shop, Angela Bear, in York. So thank you to everybody who contacted me to let me know. So hopefully I can help cheer myself up and buy myself a new bag. I also wanted to mention that many of you did contact me in regards to what hair products you can recommend for dry hair. I had such a good response, so thank you to everybody who contacted me. I am spoilt for choice, but I think I have decided that I'm going to look for 2 products. I have used coconut oil before and it did help my hair. So I'm going to find a good quality coconut oil. But I am also going to invest in a professional product as well. Many of you recommended Redken and Olaplex and some others, so I'm going to thoroughly research to see what products would suit my hair. I know I won't know until I try, but I do want to have a good look at the products you guys have mentioned. So thank you so much for your feedback on that. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I always appreciate your company. It's always a pleasure having you here. Please do like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and send me a comment if you would like to, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.